Oh, yes. It's Sunday. Sunday, snowy Sunday. It's an exciting time, isn't it? Of course, I didn't know it was snowing. But luckily, everyone on the internet had told me it was snowing. Because I live in a windowless room underground here in Chernobyl. Now, have you had a good snow day? It's been fun. Now, I might have just said that I didn't know it was snowing, but to be honest, when I first found out, it was a surprise because I woke up like 7ish, looked out the window, no snow, and then a bit later, when it had snowed, I was just on Facebook and someone had posted a thing saying it was snowing. I was like, they're down the road, how come they have snow and not me? So I looked out the curtain, there it all was, the snow. And I was like, I must run outside immediately and start building people out of snow. Which I did in a rather excitable manner. So, hope you all had a similar sort of day. It looks like you have been, for there's been many posts of people gaily frolicking in the snow, having a wonderful, wonderful time, and that's good. Been a bit short of our wonderful times recently, or have we? I don't think we have. I'll tell you what's happening now. I'm starting to really sort of miss what life was like before the old lockdowns. You know what I mean? I just keep having like dreams of being in like pubs and stuff. just being normal, just at a bar, just chatting shit and hanging out with people and having a laugh. Going, ooh, glad that's over. But you know, it's been fun. And, you know, although I was slightly worried, because, you know, this being England, I thought, well, if we get more than a centimetre's worth of snow, everything is absolutely, it's over. No food will be delivered and we'll all be just returned to cavemen for up to 2-3 days. Just living in our houses, just going, nothing is working. Just through panic, really. It'll all be working, but you know, we'll be returning to cavemen and just trying to hunt pigeons and squirrels in the garden, just going, food, we need it. Then we realise that shops are probably stocked for a few days at least, and you know, a lorry is going to make easy work of. It used to be great though, didn't it? And there's just half a centimetre of snow. You'd be like, oh, sorry, I really can't make it to work. It's impossible. It's too treacherous out there. Hear my cries for help. Except some jobs are like, well, don't worry, we'll send Keith over. And you're like, I hate Keith. You have no idea who Keith is, but you hate him now because you had a day off planned. You were just going to sit in and drink hot cocoa and watch Christmas movies despite it not even being Christmas and just enjoy yourself for a change. But no, Keith's coming because he bought a 4-wheel drive on credit and he's just sucking up to the boss because he's a loser, isn't he? Good old Keith. We know who Keith is in our actual lives. I choose Keith because no one knows anyone called Keith, so that's good. Unless you're talking about Keith Chegwin, in which case he's lovely, I've heard. And probably he would pick you up and you'd be like, wow, what a nice guy. Yeah. But I don't know. So yes, Still, it gives me another excuse to wear my scarf again. Ooh, scarf day. Every day's a scarf day. Do you like the lining of this? It's not the person that made it. I'm just a really big fan of the film Harry Brown. I like to put it inside all my clothes. In fact, in the bottom of my shoe, it says Harry Brown. So yes. Still. Oh yes, later on, in the big question, we will be deciding who the greatest boy band of all time is. Because it's time, isn't it? No one was thinking it before, but now I've thrown it out there. Millions of people around the world are going, ooh, who could it be? But don't worry, we as a team, the Go On My Sons, we will work this out together. Once and for all. I would have done it with girl bands, but let's be honest. We know who that is, don't we? It's your favourite girl band. It's just the Spice Girls, isn't it? I mean, their songs aren't any good, but marketing wise, genius. And you know, just sold well, isn't it? And you know, Destiny's Child, that's just Beyonce, let's be honest. Kelly Rowland, very talented, nearly did it, but didn't. And what was it, Michelle, the other one? Yes. Just read through all the song lyrics. Kelly, can you handle it? Michelle, can you handle it? Yeah, probably. Right. She was on Masked Singer in America. That's good. And turns out, really good singer. Kept that quiet, didn't she? Of course she did, because Beyonce was in the foreground. She's doing all of this. I have greatly undermined the talents of Beyonce right now, haven't I? Yeah, that's what she does. She does this. Who else could we take down in such a way? Just Kermit the Frog also just does that. Every magician you've seen. Yeah. Don't know really. But yeah. Nonetheless, it's not as cold anymore. It's probably because I've become slightly animated. I'll tell you what would have been a better question is, what's the best time to turn the heating off at night so you get a decent night's sleep? That's what I need to work out. Completely goofed up last night and left the heating on. Just woke up in a hot sweat that would have made any recovering heroin addict very proud. But yeah, I just left the heating on. So silly. But yes, nonetheless, I've gone for this. Swooping back today. By accident, I did come out like this. And I thought, oh, to show off the scarf. Wow. Right, and I like it. Seems Rupert the Bear-esque, but I don't really know much about Rupert the Bear to really know how he wore his scarf. Should have to find out at some point. But because the reason I don't know how he wore his scarf particularly is because obviously totally distracted by the exquisite trousers, the yellow check trousers that he wore so well with the red top. I could have been him today. Oh, the foolish lack of preparation. I just love that. But yeah, I can't go to a shop at the moment, can I? You can order online, but as we all know, don't we guys, those sizes never the same between the two websites. Or between, yeah, there's more than two clothing websites, but just a medium in one is a large in another, is a small in another. So you never really know what ones you're going for. And sending it back's difficult. You've got to try and stuff it back in the envelope and then chuck it. What's wrong with me today? So what you do, you just throw it, and then one of those big bird things that delivers babies. She just delivered a baby, storks, that's what they're called. It's like, deliver a baby, collect a boohoo order. That's how they work. That'll be better, wouldn't it? I think at this time, delivery companies should invest in that a little bit. They're making hand over fist money at the moment, aren't they? Maybe they should start training storks to take deliveries. Imagine though, there'd be a pirate gang of people collecting the returns, and people would get their money back. It would just be some crazy people that's out on a boat somewhere, just send out the storks. And then, are they any good for training storks? I mean, a pigeon, but if you throw any, like, sort of, I don't know, a thick woolly jumper in a bag up like that, that's gonna break pigeon's neck, isn't it? I mean, it's their own fault if they're like, I mean, you can see it go, that's quite a large package. I might just pick it up once it hits the floor, because what damage is going to be done to woolly jumper? But they might just be like, oh, I've got a busy day, I've got to get back to the pirate ship, and they just grab it and just like, oh no! At which point they should let go, but they don't, because they're like, fuck it might work as a sort of a crash mat or a airbag. So, yes, well, I mean, the dream is flying monkeys, but you've got to do the research into that, haven't you? And that takes time. I already managed to clone a sheep so far as I'm aware. Yeah, that was in like 1992, I think. Again, no research has been done, but yes, nonetheless. Ah, dear. I am looking forward to lockdown being over, hopefully soon. I mean, I think first thing I have to do would be go on a proper date with the missus, but like, you know, I mean like proper one, not like you've got to wear a mask when you stand up. I mean, we'll do it when it's that, but it'd be nice to go on a proper one where you're just too close to the table next to you, and that'd just be nice, wouldn't it? Just go back to normal. Taking our civil liberties away. I don't know what civil liberty is, but believe me, I've heard people say it, and it sounds exciting. You know what? It bothers me is in the last, not even 15 years, right? Not even the last 15 years, or maybe it is, I don't know. We've gone from being able to jam ourselves like sardines into a pub and smoke in there, just smog. Can't see fucking nothing for smog. Drink and accidentally burn strangers. To can't even go in the pub anymore. If you do go out, you've got to stay a distance from people and wear a mask in Tesco, which frankly I'm a fan of, because you walk past something that's smelly, you don't have to look rude anymore, going, fuck is that? You're already doing it. But yeah, it's just what turnaround, eh? I mean, to be fair, even a couple of months ago, people were like, look at, what are they doing in China wearing masks? That's ridiculous. And now look at you. Hey. But yes, nonetheless, very nice. Nice to go. I just want to go back to live stand-up comedy again. That'd be good. Yeah, go back, do that. Nice to do it to sun in again, but it's going to be a large turnaround on that, isn't it? Ugh. You gotta actually progress back to non-distancing from each other, and then we can be back. She'll be great. Awesome, can't wait. Maybe in 10 years time, eh guys? But yes, I can dream. and it's only a little dream, but it's a dream of mine. And yes, I tell you what was really annoying me though, to try and not waste away and die, I've been doing a bit more walking. Just around the area, nothing too far, just a good 40 miles away. Just I like to walk to Loughborough and back. I don't know where Loughborough is, but I've seen their road sign and it's exciting. Yeah, but I find just walking, most people are cool. Just like walk, we both step aside, everything's polite, nothing to worry about. Every now and again though, you come across some utter nuisance that like stops like you're about to just murder them, and they don't even just cross the road to get out of your way, they just walk up to the line in the middle of the road like, oh, see, if you don't kill me, I'll kill myself. And they just walk out there like, sort of like, like, I ain't got a lurgy. And it's always like really old people that do that. And they've got like 5 good summers in them anyway, so. That's the thing that really bothers me, because it is getting to me now, I think. It's sort of that it's teaching us to seize the day, live, because you know, preciousness and all that. You just live for the moment and everything. But you can't at the minute, can you? You can't do nothing. And yeah. But we can dream, guys. Just went downhill. Didn't. We can dream, and that's what I like. We can plan for when it all gets lifted. We can go out there with a plan. And I'll tell you what, I was starting to think towards the end of last year when there was some hope that it might be over. I was like, oh, I didn't get in shape. And then when this happened again, I should have been thinking, oh, you got a second chance here. Get in shape when we get released back into the wild. But now I'm just thinking it's too far away, and I'll worry about that nearer the time. And I'll probably get there and be like, oh well, I didn't. But I'm still willing to try. That's the main thing. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that only some of the information provided this evening has been slightly suspect. So I think it's time we treated ourselves something a little bit more reliable, a bit more factual. Yes, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for Jeff's Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, do-do-do-do-do, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Jeff's Fact, do-do-do-do. Some canoes are made out of trees. Jeff's Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, do-do-do-do, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, Just Fact, do-do-do. Yes. I tell you what, I was thinking of like being professional and like putting some music accompaniment to that, but I don't think I can match what's going on in my head when I do the thing, and I wouldn't be able to match what you imagine, so I haven't. I think it's better if we just do it the way it is done. Therefore, it'll be better. Because otherwise we'll have a situation, won't we? Like when they do Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, and it's people going, it's not as good as the book though, is it? Is it not? I would have no idea. They do that with everything, don't they? They just show off that they can read. You know what it says to me though? It just shows, oh, well, I actually have a lot of time on my hands. So, pretty lazy, just binge watching what was the thing with the dragons and that? Game of Thrones, right? Which apparently is a book as well. There's like people like going like, I spent hours and days watching it, locked alone in my room, right? Here we go, well, it's not as good as the book. She says to me, going, that's like people going, you know what, I spend hours just watching telly, just going, and they go, you think that's impressive? I spent days, weeks and months just going, which is better? Then losers. Anyway, if you read, good on you. It'll serve you well in the future. You know, job interviews. What's your biggest strength? I don't know about you, but I've been reading this series of books recently. Phew, my God, well, welcome aboard. Anyway, this has all been... We should get on to the big question, guys. So, cue the intro for the big question. Da da da, da da da, do do do, do 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 do. First of all, yes. Yes, indeed. I spend a lot of time on it. This is what people that don't read Lord of the Rings, we paint things. Well, some of it's pen, so who cares, realistically? But I put a lot of effort into that, look at that. GCSE graphic design that I didn't take. Yes. Question. That's a world to show it's a big question. As well as it saying the big question. And what is the big question? Got my son named the big question. We are of course deciding best boy band. Use boy band. We have any suggestions, guys? Now be the time. Best boy band. Who is it? Well, know who it isn't, don't we? Right. I say some of the big ones. Right. Who we got? Back. Should do this properly. Backstreet. Right, so Backstreet Boys. Any votes on that? Nothing. I will throw out the ones that I think it is, and then you can throw in your suggestions. Boys, 2 men. Jackson 5. Right, who we got? Right. NSYNC, Take That, One Direction was, oh my god. Flying now, I had fought with the wrong crowd here. Right, who we got? NSYNC, Take That, I believe. One Direction. Westlife. Who's next? Or are you saying that Westlife's the best? Because right, okay. So who is it? They sang Wifey. All right, okay. I thought they were just a clothes shop. Sang Wifey. Be my wifey. Be my wifey. I don't know how it goes. Right. That's what I was saying. Take that, 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 do 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 do. Right. So right. First of all, let's just start getting rid of some of them. NSYNC. They're a bit like Wham, really, aren't they? They're one person who is talented in it. And that's other things. They're like the what's Beyonce part of again? Oh no. Destiny's Child. So NSYNC is out because of Justin Timberlake. Right? Jackson 5, only good for Michael Jackson. So they're out. JLS, grow up. JLS. Right. JLS, no. And I'll tell you why, Irma, right? I'll tell you why, Mama Jordan. I'll tell you why. It's because JLS, right? Targeted towards young girls, yes? Released a brand of condoms. Disgusting. With their faces on as well. Rude. So they're out. Take That. Love JLS. Alright. Well, look, there's going to be some hurt feelings here today, ladies. Right. Take That. Not bad. Not bad. But one of them left who wasn't seen as the talent and did better than them. And they can't hold it together, so they're out. And they're just old and it's weird now. One Direction, straight off the list. Well, they're around for like 2 years, and so what? Can't even name a One Direction song. They was promoting safe sex. Wow, I've heard some things with the JLS thing. But can you honestly look me in the eye and go JLS was the best boy band of all time? No. So there you go. I'm going to be homeless tonight. Right. Westlife. Well, if their home country is calling them Shelf Life, they're out as well. So. And they only did cover songs. So them and Boyzone are in the same spot. Beach Boys. Right. Beach Boys. I'm surprised being 28 you've heard of them. Beach Boys, that's a very good song. Some would even argue one of the original boy bands. However, a lot of them have died of old age now, haven't they? So they're off. Next, sang Wifey. What else should they sing? Please don't answer. So next are off. Backstreet Boys. There's some good songs. They made a comeback in the early 2000s. We all remember it. They sang about it. Backstreet's back. All that. And then they made another comeback in like 2010s. And no one cared. And I'm surprised I found out. I was just lost on a journey on the internet and I found out that they're gone. So, Backstreet Boys, I think they've got to go. Now, the reason, actually, no, I'll tell you what it is. I actually think it's Boys to Men. The reason for this is it's very simple. Allow me to explain. Boys to Men did everything that these guys did, but better. Right? They did everything these guys did better, right? They were making the girls be like, ooh, nice, loving, and they showed men that they could be open about their feelings and be loving towards people. Safe sex, of course. They promoted lovemaking and doing exactly what the girl requested and nothing more. And only if you want to. Very admirable, right? And they helped out, didn't they? Especially like when they first come out, where it was like a lot of like, oh, men can't talk about feelings, apparently. So what you do instead is you put a Boys for Men CD on and they would do the talking for you. And they'd almost instruct you a way of doing things properly and without being arrested. So that's good. And of course it's directions as well, how to turn from a boy into a man by treating women with respect. Therefore they have earned my respect for being wonderful gentlemen, and they never really went away, did they? They went out of fashion, did they? No. So Boys to Men are the best boy band ever. There you go. Decided. Big round of applause there. I feel like we've achieved something this week. Although I will be listening to next Wifey later on. But yes, Boys to Men, best of all time. And that was the big question. Right. Pardon me. Oh dear. So we covered a lot this week, as always. Mainly that is the only thing that I can remember what I talked about. But watch back later and you'll remember all the fun points we touched upon. And yeah. Next week we are not doing the best girl band. Although we can if you want. But, you know, it's already been decided, hasn't it? It was TLC. for their life advice. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Especially from the top, I think was the next line. You might fall down and bloody hurt yourself. And don't burn your ex-boyfriend's house down because you get arrested. Hey. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember as we move forward to stay positive and stay communicative between ourselves through the options that we have, and look after each other and make sure everyone's okay, and we'll get through this together. And I'll see you next week for some more entertainment and another big question and another just fact and just more good times. So see you then, you beautiful people.